Mr. Stanley again, and today you've been learning that even though there are times in our lives when we feel isolated or alone, we are never truly alone because God is always with us. Even though we can't see Him, God is always with us, God is always in control, and God can renew us during those times in our lives when we feel isolated or alone. And to help you think about that today, I'm going to do a quick science experiment. So in just a second, I'm going to pick up this piece of paper on my table, I'm going to hold it up, and when I do, I want you to read aloud the words you see on the paper. Can you do that? All right, here we go. Read these words aloud. So what do you see? Oh, you don't see anything. There's no words on this piece of paper. Or are there? What if I told you, kids, that there are words on this piece of paper? You just can't see them yet. All right, so in a second, I'm going to pick up this bottle of air and I am going to spray the back of this paper. And this time, when you see the words appear, I want you to say them out loud. You ready? Here we go. Woo, let's see if... God is always with us. The words were there the whole time. We just couldn't see them. And kids, that's kind of like God. Even though we can't see Him, God is always with us. God is always in control. And God can renew us during those times when we feel isolated or alone. I hope that you will remember that today. And to tell us a little bit more about that, to tell us some of the science behind our bug of the day, and to give you guys a science experiment or activity that you can try at home, I'm going to pass it over to my friend, Miss Linda.
I'm Miss Linda, and I'm from Pinson United Methodist Church, and today I'm going to talk to you about snails and how they move. And then I'm going to show you a really neat science experiment. Here's a diagram of the snail. And I know that you've talked today about snails and their shell and the fact that snails don't have permanent homes. They only have a temporary home that they move around with them, kind of like a mobile home. The shell can provide protection for the snail from animals or bad weather or any other type thing. But today I'm going to focus on the bottom part of the snail, which is the foot. And we're going to talk about how the snail actually moves. The foot is a long, muscular part, and what happens is the muscles in the foot will contract and relax, just kind of like your muscles do, and it creates waves that kind of push the snail along. Kind of, you think about what happens when you go out in the ocean on a float and how the waves kind of push you up to the shore. Another thing that helps the snail move is that it produces slime or mucus. And that slime or mucus kind of covers the surface on which the snail is moving, and it makes it smooth and kind of slippery. So the snail then can just kind of move along real easily on the surface. The mucus or slime also is a little sticky, and it helps the snail to attach to things. So a snail can really move straight up, or it can even move upside down. And then the last thing that slime does that's really important is it protects the snail from drying out by providing moisture. So guess what we're going to do today? We are going to make snail slime. And I'm going to go over how to do that, and then you can do that at home. The ingredients that you need are lined up here. The first thing you need is a bottle of white school glue. I'm going to just use the small bottle, which is 4 ounces, but you can use any size that you want. You may just have to increase the other ingredients. If you want to, you can add extra things like food coloring or glitter, and I'm going to add a little bit of silver glitter today. As a snail moves, it leaves behind kind of a silvery trail of slime. So I thought the silver glitter would be neat. You need baking soda, and you need contact lens solution. Now this contact lens solution is the most critical ingredient. You can use contact lens saline, or you can use multi-purpose contact lens solution. But the key is that the solution must contain boric acid. So you'll need to check the ingredients really well and make sure that it has boric acid, because that is the activator for slime. If you don't have that, then it won't make slime. You'll also need a bowl. Plastic is good, it's easy to clean up, a spoon, and some teaspoons. So the first thing you're going to do in making your slime is to add the whole bottle of glue into the bowl. And I've already done that just to make it a little bit easier. If you're going to add anything extra like food coloring or glitter, you should do that at this point. I'm going to add a little of the silvery glitter. After you add each ingredient, you need to stir it really well. So I'm just going to stir the glitter into the glue. The next thing we're going to add is the baking soda. And for the baking soda, we're going to add half a teaspoon. And again, after you add it, stir it into the glue in your bowl really well. Now the next thing we're going to add is a contact lens solution, and this is the most critical of all the steps. It's recommended that you add it a little at a time and very slowly, because if you add too much, it will make your slime too hard and you can't really fix it. So the contact lens solution is good, that's what makes it slimy, but if you add too much, it will make it too hard. So I'm going to start out adding 2 teaspoons. There's the first one. And there's the second one. So we're going to start mixing. We're going to mix really well. Now what's happening now is the slime is kind of breaking away from the sides of the bowl. So you want to keep on mixing. As it breaks away, you're going to try to form it into a ball, because eventually I'm going to pick it up with my hands and mix with my hands. Now this is still very sticky. When I pull my spoon up, you can tell that it's got slime on it. So I'm going to add a little bit more contact lens solution. The best way to add it now is just drop by drop. You're probably not going to need more than another teaspoonful or a total of 1 tablespoon of the contact lens solution. But I'm going to add about 5 drops. It's kind of hard to control, so it's kind of approximating. And I'm going to mix it some more. And now it's all coming together. And I should be able to pick it up with my hands. And I can. And when you pick it up with your hands, you're going to just kind of knead it like you would when you make bread. And what that means is to massage it. Press it together and pull it apart. Just kind of press it together and pull it apart. And you can add more drops if you'd like. Just keep on adding till it's the right texture that you want. This could use a little bit more, so I'm going to add just a few more drops. And now I think this is going to be enough, but you just get it to the right texture, the texture that you like, where it'll kind of stay together, but you want it to be that nice stretchy slime, because that's a lot of fun to play with. So now it's time for you to go and try making your slime. If you'd like more information about making slime or how snails move, check out the optional videos that we have at the bottom of the page, of the science page. One is called Goofy Science, and it's really good because it actually goes into the science or the chemistry of how these ingredients come together and make slime. It also shows you how to make a fluffy kind of slime. So you may want to try that one out when you have fun, when you have time. But for now, go and make your slime and have fun playing with it. Goodbye.